Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. Really excited to share with you our latest innovation today. So much has happened since our last Zoomtopia. With your help, look at how we've grown. As Eric mentioned, we're now at a run rate of 45 billion meeting minutes a year. That's amazing. As we speak, right now, we have almost 500,000 people all on Zoom right now. Imagine, it's like the entire population of Miami all on Zoom at this minute. That's incredible. But these big numbers didn't affect our daily work. We're still here to deliver happiness. It's actually the greatest measure of our success. But how do you engineer happiness into a product? We cannot just come up with a marching band and call it a day. Thank you. I'd like to introduce my band, my team members. Mila Krivoruchko, Cynthia Lee, Natasha Walia. Thank you. I'll see you back on stage soon. And now to a more serious note. Our belief is that the most profound happiness comes from the interaction of human beings, from relationship, and from communication. And that's what we're here to support, that happiness in communication. And so we build a process. I call it the end-to-end communication cycle. It's actually a cycle that never ends. It's about innovation. It starts with our technology. It just works. But we go beyond the working technology. That reliability creates effective communication that then leads to better understanding of the messages. And that effectiveness and understanding builds trust. And that trust generates honest feedback from you guys to us. That honest feedback is like a shared vision that goes back into the product through innovation. That's the end-to-end communication cycle that inspires us. It relates to the relationship between you and us, but it can also be applied to the communication between your teams and the communication of your organization with your customers and with your partners. Today, we'll share with you all our latest innovations that are based on that end-to-end communication cycle. Let the demos begin. Natasha will kick it off.
Thanks, Odette. Good morning, Zoomtopia. So happy to have you here, and I actually mean that. Because you and I need to have a little talk. Start with the good news. Good news is you've almost doubled your video usage since you switched to Zoom. Fabulous job. Well done. Almost an 85% increase. Now, the not so good news is some people in our meetings are still not turning on their videos. And Eric talked about this, and we know that enabling your video leads to greater trust, improved engagement, and just helps drive productivity at your workplace. In fact, Let me show you an example of how one of our customers is using video to do exactly that. Drive up engagement, influence their audience, and do so much that didn't seem possible before. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Brad Cray with California State Parks. We are so proud to partner with Zoom, who this year will help us bring educational distance learning opportunities to over 75,000 K-12 students, many from communities with little or no access to our parks. But our partnership isn't bound to the K-12 environment. Recently, we were at Emerald Bay State Park in beautiful Lake Tahoe to share the unveiling of the Emerald Bay Maritime Heritage Trail. This underwater trail, a first of its kind in California, allows snorkelers and divers a chance to explore sunken boats and barges from the turn of the 20th century. Using Zoom's latest technology, we were able to bring this amazing underwater resource to everyone. We broadcast video of what our state park divers were seeing, and were able to communicate between our divers, the teams on the pier, and ones remotely. As long as you have a connection to a network, a microphone, and a camera, you can Zoom from anywhere. In this case, the divers' masks were equipped with two-way audio, and we used a camera-enabled ROV to capture our adventure. It was a great media day for California State Parks, and with Zoom, we were able to broadcast live this previously unknown cultural resource to more people than we ever could have imagined on our social channels. Let's take a look at some of the footage.
We can hear you. We can see you just great from the top here. Tell us a little bit about what you're seeing down there in the deep.
What we're seeing here is a fine example of a hard giant fishing vessel from roughly the late 19th to earliest 20th century.
I'm only about 10 feet deep. This is the shallow side of the barge. Consider the Emerald Bay Maritime Heritage Trail open to the public.
Thank you so much for the tour.
All right.
We are committed to providing real-time video access to our state parks. Gone are the days of needing a film crew, technical equipment, and studio gear to deliver high-quality video.
Wasn't that incredible? I love how Brad says, as long as you have a network, a camera, and a microphone, you can Zoom from anywhere. That was my best Brad impersonation, by the way. But it's true. It makes you think, if a diver 15 feet underwater can enable his video, surely we all can too. But in all seriousness, there are barriers to enabling your video in the real life. You might not be located in the perfect environment. You might be worried about your dogs or cats or kids making an unannounced appearance in that important meeting. And for times like these, we've created the virtual background, where using a simple green screen, thanks, Kurt, you can transform your background into a professional or a fun background, whatever you like. But you asked, what if I don't have a green screen and I want to customize my video? Well, you asked and we delivered. Today, we are proud to announce virtual background on the desktop without the green screen. Take it away, Kurt. I can keep doing this. Now, the problem of not, by the way, that's going to be available before the end of the year, in case you're interested. Sounds like you were. Now, the problem of not having a clear, professional, consistent background is even more prominent when you are on a mobile device. Say you are taking that meeting from Zoomtopia, or Zooming while Ubering, or just taking that meeting on the go. And for times like these, today, we are so excited to share with you mobile virtual backgrounds. This is already available on iPhone 8 and above, as well as the iPad, so go check it out. So now that we've had our little talk, let's work together to make sure that everyone in our meetings enables their video and enjoys the benefits of face-to-face communication. Are you with me? Yes? Cool. Now, let's talk about video usage in the conference room and how we can make your experience as an end user even better. To demonstrate, let me join a quick Zoom meeting with our colleagues back at headquarters. Good morning, Max.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Zoomtopia.
As you can see, since Max is the only person in the conference room, the camera is zoomed in to focus on him, which is great. We were actually supposed to have Joanna join us in this meeting as well. She might be running a little bit late, so let's give her a second, but let's watch what happens as Joanna walks into the room. Introducing auto-framing. Using people detection technology, we automatically detect the presence of users in the conference room and zoom in or out as necessary. So you, as end users, don't have to worry about camera controls and can focus on what's important, which is your conversations. Thanks, you guys. This demo was made possible by our partnership with the Logitech Meetup, which you're seeing on the stage. But the same capability is possible, will be available by end of the year, actually, with these additional camera vendors. Now, using the same people detection technology, we're also able to provide you, the IT administrator, with greater monitoring capabilities. So remotely, you can monitor the number of participants coming into a meeting from a particular conference room. And where it gets interesting is you can actually track average room utilization over time for a particular conference room or for an entire location. So you can make data-driven decisions on your conference room changes for the future, if you need to add another room and what size it should be, and so on. We are constantly improving the Zoom admin dashboard. But we figured, how about we switch things up? And instead of us tell you about it, let's hear it from a customer.
Hello, Zoomtopia. My name is Paul Donnelly. I'm Vice President of Corporate Application Services at Oracle, responsible for business operations and security of critical worldwide services, and that includes Zoom. Our initial deployment started 3 years ago. It was for 20,000 users in our product development organizations. This has now grown to 41,000 users in many different organizations located all around the world. In fact, today, the Zoom platform delivers 11,000 daily meetings, 10 million meeting minutes a week, which means we bring 250,000 participants together every month on Zoom. But what about managing the service day to day? It is important for my team to have visibility into issues faced by our users. The good news is that Zoom recently embedded its intelligent proactive alerting system into its main dashboard to help monitor issues in real time or troubleshoot users' reported problems. Here you can see a person suffering from high CPU. If you want to, you can even look at video and audio latency. Additionally, I need to be able to report and see Zoom room issues. Again, the admin console can help. It provides visibility to the health of each room and details of any issues. We can even see when upgrades are required and plan accordingly. Finally, the Zoom room usage dashboard will provide me with an overall view of the meeting minutes used in Zoom rooms. So such admin features are helping my team manage the service. We are informed and the data enables us to be proactive. I'm eager to learn about the future for the admin console. But that's it from me. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. It's back to the stage.
Thanks, Paul. 11,000 daily meetings. It's incredible how using the Zoom admin dashboard Paul and his team are able to manage such a large-scale deployment with so much ease. And what makes their jobs a little bit easier, as Paul demonstrated, is our latest intelligent alerting system, where Zoom monitors your network connections, devices, and your peripherals across your entire Zoom deployment, and notifies you, the administrator, if there's any issues. So you don't have to wait for your end users to report these problems, but can be proactive about solving them ahead of time. Intelligent Alerts is currently in beta, and we will be taking this to GA by the end of the year. Another important area of concern for IT administrators is security. You trust us with your meetings. So we keep building features that make your meetings even more secure. Let's take a look at the latest security innovation.
Zoom's audio signature software secures your meetings to protect your organization's intellectual property and competitive edge. When audio signature is enabled during every Zoom meeting, each Zoom user's credential is embedded as an audio signature. In the case that a recording that shouldn't have been made public does surface, you can easily identify the source of the leaked information. The Zoom audio signature decoder reads the encoded audio signature from the leaked audio file and identifies the individual user who surreptitiously recorded and shared the meeting. With Zoom's audio signature technology, you can collaborate across teams with trust and peace of mind.
From large all-hands meetings to smaller internal team meetings, using Zoom's audio signature, you can ensure that your confidential meetings stay confidential. Now, I'd like to welcome Cynthia on the stage, who will talk to us all about digital signage and Zoom rooms.
Here's another example of us taking your feedback and building it into the product. Digital signage. We heard from you that you love your Zoom rooms, but there's this giant screen in the conference room that isn't being used much when you're not in a meeting. You also said that you would like to have a more effective way to communicate information, even do branding all around your campus. So digital signage works inside your Zoom rooms and also outside in your lobbies or hallways. And the amazing thing is, it's not limited to static images. You can have really dynamic and engaging content. You could even broadcast your all-hands or special event. We're already hearing great feedback from you on how this is extending the way that you communicate. And based on your feedback, we recently released scheduling, video uploads, audio controls. And early next year, you're going to get split screens, Twitter and time widgets. There's so much more coming to digital signage. Earlier this year, Natasha visited our customer AB InBev. Let's take a look at what she saw.
Natasha, welcome.
Thank you.
Come have a seat. Welcome to the Beer Garage.
Thank you.
Well, you're sitting in our beautiful lobby, and we really use this room for multi-purpose. We like to welcome our vendors and our partners in, and then we have our Zoom room that we also use for digital signage, so that our people are waiting, they can watch the commercials, as well as see some of the latest and greatest products. And if we need to jump into a Zoom call, we can do so, and then also leverage the whiteboard capability. So it's really a truly multifunctional space.
Very cool.
So Natasha, this is one of our Zoom rooms, and we love it. And it's very easy to come in and quickly join a meeting, share content wirelessly, which enables you to not have to fumble around with the wires to get connected. Right. And it's the same user experience, whether you're on a mobile phone, in a Zoom room, on a tablet or a PC, so it's just very easy.
That's exactly been our intention, and I'm so happy to hear this.
Good.
Is that a phone booth in your office?
It is. We have an open office concept here, so it's always great to have these kind of private booths so we can have those one-on-one conversations and not disrupt everybody.
Right.
What's really cool though is that we have an all-in-one device by Dell where it has the screen, the microphone, and the camera built into one. So we can just hop in here, jump on an impromptu meeting, and communicate.
So plug and play.
Plug and play. Let me show you the bar.
Let's go.
Welcome to our bar.
Thank you.
You know, the beer garage couldn't be complete without a fully functioning bar.
Totally.
And not only is it a fully functioning bar, but we also use it as kind of a general purpose space. We bring in VC firms, startups, different vendors, and we do pitching. We leverage our big display board on the side to do not only Zoom meetings, but also content sharing as well. It's been a great tool, especially the webinar feature where we can really connect people from around the globe all in one location. It's been fantastic.
Well, this has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
That video makes me so happy. I kind of wish I was there for that beer, right? It's so inspiring to see the way that our customers are using Zoom, Zoom Rooms, digital signage to transform their workplace and do some really super innovative and incredible things. I love it. So Zoom runs on your mobile, desktop, and in the conference room. And we're working on ways to make your experience even more seamless when you're using all of these different devices. Zoom Rooms already supports super simple one-click to join for your scheduled meetings. But have you ever been in this situation? You're rushing to a meeting, and then you realize, I didn't book a conference room. Well, I'm actually in that situation right now. Let me show my phone screen. I have a meeting coming up, and I better find an available conference room for this. Oh, what do you know? There's one right here on stage. Let's use this one. Now, watch this. As I walk into the conference room, check out the top of my phone screen. It detects that I'm in a Zoom room and even shows me the name of the room. That's amazing. Now, it's time for our meeting. Instead of punching in the number on the device, let's just click on the join button on my phone, and let's see what happens. Oh, cool. Gives me the option to join from a room. That's a great idea. So now I'm going to join from the room, but watch what happens on the Zoom room as I click on join from room. You guys ready? Join from room. And that's how easy it is to start your meeting on a Zoom room, even if you didn't book it in advance. This feature will be available later this year. So Zoom Rooms is software-based, and that comes with a lot of benefits. It allows us to innovate a lot faster, and it gives you a really flexible deployment. You can deploy Zoom Rooms in your huddle rooms, all hand spaces, all around your campus. And we have heard from some of you that you would really like to have a single device that comes with everything you need to run Zoom Rooms. We've listened to you and worked with our hardware partners to create all-in-one Zoom Rooms devices. Here's an example. This device that I just started the meeting on, it comes with your computer, camera, speaker, microphone, even the touchscreen controls, all built in. So the best part is it runs Zoom Rooms out of the box. So literally all you have to do is boot it up, connect it to the network, and you have an up and running Zoom Room in no time. It's never been easier to start to deploy your Zoom Rooms. This device is a D10, and we're working with an additional ecosystem of hardware partners that are all creating all-in-one Zoom Rooms devices. The D10 is available to order today. And additional devices will be available from other vendors later this year and early next year. I'm really excited about this tight integration between the hardware and the software because it allows us to do some really innovative things. One of those examples is software audio processing. Let's take a look.
Zoom's software audio processing intelligently identifies the current speaker and optimizes the audio in your Zoom rooms. We've worked closely with hardware partners to expand the technology to support their microphone arrays to work in any meeting environment. Zoom processes up to 16 audio streams from the microphones to detect each speaker in the room. Echo cancellation and noise suppression are applied as the streams are mixed for optimum clarity. The software audio processing automatically adapts to the size of the room, number of participants, and the type and placement of microphones. And it is always improving through machine learning. This gives you crystal clear audio and a simplified hardware deployment.
Audio is such a critical part of your meeting experience. And with Zoom's software audio processing, it's always improving, so you always get the best audio quality. Now, let's talk about another really important aspect of your meeting, and that's content sharing. Zoom Rooms already supports super simple, one-click wireless content sharing. Natasha, can you share your screen? With the click of a button, Natasha is now sharing her screen. Super simple, but that's not the cool part. Right now, you're seeing some numbers on a spreadsheet, which is great. I love numbers. Hopefully you do too. But Mila has actually visualized these into charts showing distribution and trends over time. And you know what would be great? If I could show the numbers and the charts side by side. Well, in the past, you couldn't. But watch this. Now you can. Introducing multi-share. You can now have multiple people sharing on a Zoom room at the same time. And right now, you're seeing two content shares side by side. You can actually have even more people all sharing at the same time, and you can pick and choose which content you want to see on each screen. It's so incredible. Now you can have spreadsheets next to charts. You can compare designs, even play a video next to your meeting notes. The use cases for multi-share are endless. We're the first conference room solution to support this natively and wirelessly. It's so simple, but so powerful. Zoom Rooms has experienced tremendous growth in the past year. And thanks to you, Zoom Rooms is now by far the best conference room solution. I can't wait to see what else we're going to do together. And I think I hear Oded coming back.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Cynthia. A big part of our innovation cycle really comes from our partner integrations. Today, I'd like to announce, really excited about it, our partnership with Dropbox. I'd like to invite Quentin Clark, SVP of Engineering, product and design to join me on stage. Hi, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
We've built really a strong partnership, and we've worked for the past several months. But I'd like you first to share, what brought you to Dropbox, and then, why are you here?
Yeah, of course. So I started, first of all, thank you for having me and allowing us to participate in Zoomtopia. It's great to be here. I started at Dropbox after a long career in enterprise software, Microsoft, SAP, where I had a very intimate view of watching a transformation that's occurring in the entire industry, where individual developers and individual knowledge workers, information workers, they're the ones now making choices about what tools to use. And so joining Dropbox, which really pioneered this model, this self-serve SaaS model in the industry that's now being replicated across so many different domains that we're seeing, was an opportunity to sit in the front seat of that transformation and continue the journey that Dropbox is on, pushing deeper into collaboration and pushing deeper into the parts of collaboration around content that matter, which is communication and coordination, which actually ultimately brings me here to Zoomtopia, where we're delighted to be part of announcing a partnership between Dropbox and Zoom, where we're going to find ways, allow our collective users to get more value out of each other's products more seamlessly, stay in flow, stay in focus by integrating the products together. And also an announcement that we're making a financial investment in Zoom as a way of sort of solidifying that partnership and showing the commitment and the optimism for the journey ahead together.
That's great. Thank you. What really makes you the most excited about this partnership? Can you share?
Yeah, absolutely. I really strongly believe in an emerging best-of-breed world where end users are the ones who are choosing the very best tools to do their day-to-day work. And that's as opposed to the walled garden approach that we've had for many, many generations. How is it that the world is going to emerge and embrace that kind of a reality where every day you have the freedom, you have the power to reach out and choose the tools you're going to use to do the very best work as a team that day? And I think it's incumbent upon us in the industry, you and me, to work together to find ways to bring these products together so that our users are not dealing with the complexity of having all these different products, that we make them work together. And so for Dropbox and for me personally, this is just a great first step down that journey.
Definitely. We basically see it as a mission. We have to do that. In terms of Dropbox, it's maybe one of the most popular tools out there. What makes Dropbox so beloved by the users? And I know you've been using Zoom at Dropbox. What do you think, on the other side, makes Zoom so loved by users as well?
It's interesting because I think it starts a little bit going back to what Eric was talking about at the beginning of the day. I was fortunate enough to be able to be here at the beginning of the day and listen to what was being said. And that notion of trust, I think, has been a big part of Dropbox's growth and journey with its users, where we're entrusted with incredibly fundamental information, the files that people have as consumers and at work, of course. And I think that trust was engendered through hard work on reliability and continual focus on that. But I think it's also earned from simplicity. When I know the complexity that goes behind building a product like Zoom to make it that simple, it's similar with Dropbox. To make the Dropbox experiences that simple is a lot of difficult engineering work. And so we have the trust now from our end users to extend that to new arenas, which is why we do things like Dropbox Paper and Showcase and other kinds of collaboration work. And that trust also lets us have these kinds of partnerships. Yes. Dropbox definitely is a place where the most number of files are treated with an incredible clarity. So it's files from Autodesk or from Adobe or Microsoft or Google, etc. We have the trust of the ecosystem to do a great job pulling things together. And we're now leveraging that simplicity to find ways to continue to simplify the world of our users, which is why, of course, we're here talking about the partnership. And I think that's something that we actually share. As we've been getting to know each other and as our teams have been working together, one of the things that echoes in the back of my mind is at Dropbox, we have this cultural value, which is a cupcake. It's literally a picture of a cupcake. And it means this sort of surprise and delight that we need to weave into our products. And you guys have a talk track around delivering happiness. Exactly. And so I think we actually share this desire to really serve our end users well in common.
Yeah, cupcakes and happiness goes
right.
together. But actually, there's a lot of synergy between the two companies. You really saw that when we worked together. It's great. Now, we've built some integrations, and maybe you can share with everyone what's coming.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, I think it starts with the first question of what do our users want from us? And I think that the places that we're starting that are going to be the strongest are these two integration points. One, if you're in a Zoom meeting and you need to bring in some other piece of content into the discussion, can you do that without leaving the Zoom experience? Can you reach into Dropbox from within Zoom and bring in additional content? We've all been there, right? We've all been in these meetings, and some poor person's now scurrying around their laptop trying to find this piece of information. We're going to build that right into the Zoom experiences in this partnership. And actually, the reverse direction also is true. We have teams that are using Dropbox as project management folders, and they have this impulse to start a live dialogue on some piece of work. And can we initiate those kinds of Zoom discussions directly out of the Dropbox surfaces and experiences? So these are the first places we start. And of course, you keep an eye on us because we have other plans up our sleeves in terms of how this lays out over the next couple of years. And I think ultimately the value that gets delivered by this, that gets realized by this, to the end users is the first place we start. Can keep them in flow, keep teams in focus, keep teams working together incredibly well. That's where I think we start from the principles. When you think about the value back to the business, getting and realizing all the value of your investments in Zoom and in Dropbox by helping users find the ways that they're connected and get the most out of that software, that's really kind of where we're going with this. So I'm super excited about that.
That's great. There's so many people here, I'm sure, that use both Zoom and Dropbox. They're all excited. I'm excited. Yeah. So this is great.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm very excited to have been part of this.
Thank you, Quentin.
Right, take care. Have a good
Thank you so much, Odette. This is amazing. Delivering happiness is at the heart of everything we do. But our end-to-end communication cycle doesn't just end with our own products. This cycle is shared and expanded by our partners and developers. We heard from our partners and developers that they would like to reach Zoom users and introduce them to new and exciting services that they've been working on. We also heard from you, Zoom customers, that you'd like to do more with Zoom. And that's why today, we're excited to announce Zoom App Marketplace. At Zoom App Marketplace, our partners and developers can leverage extensive Zoom APIs and deliver happiness to you too. We also worked with well-known and trusted companies in the education, productivity, healthcare, and other important categories to deliver you apps that enhance your daily experiences with Zoom. Power up your schedule, generate more sales leads, upload files, collaborate with your team, and be more efficient. One of the examples of an innovative app on our platform is Chorus.ai. And I'd like to bring on stage the CEO of Chorus, Roy Ranani. Please welcome Roy.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here because the App Marketplace allows us to work with Zoom customers like you, from high-growth startups all the way to the Fortune 500. The App Marketplace allows us to connect securely and easily. And in fact, it only took our team one day to adapt Chorus to work with the App Marketplace. So you can get started and get the benefits with just one click. If you're not already recording your Zoom meetings, you should start. More and more sales meetings are happening through Zoom. And the way that a rep has a conversation impacts the way they build trust. It impacts whether or not they close a deal. And now it's possible with Zoom and Chorus to analyze what's happening in all of those conversations at scale using machine learning and artificial intelligence. So you can discover the pattern that your top performing reps are doing on calls that are helping bring in more customers. I want each of you to picture one of your top performing salespeople. Do you ever wonder what it is that they're doing in those calls that's so effective and leading to so many new customers joining your company? Well, now you can find out. When you install the Chorus application, you'll see a new section in the Zoom portal on the very bottom under My Apps called Chorus. When a sales manager logs in, they'll get dashboards and analytics that analyze every conversation across the organization to surface some of those patterns. This one dashboard that I'm displaying is called the Talk Track dashboard. And it allows a manager to give a sales rep personalized coaching on the topics that they're covering in conversations and how much time they're spending in each compared to one of your top performers. One of our top performers is a woman named Kat Nemmers. And so if I was having a meeting with John as a manager, I could immediately see that Kat spends 5 times as much time sharing customer stories as he does, more time sharing our Zoom integration and uncovering pain. These types of very concrete, simple, actionable feedback will help John increase his win rate by up to 30%. Because with the click of a button, he can get right to those moments in Kat's conversations and learn how she does it. What gets me most excited about the app marketplace is that it lets partners like us help you get even more out of Zoom by going beyond the meeting experience into all of the insights that can help you have more productive conversations and better serve your customers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Roy. And I'm so excited for our customers to leverage advanced artificial intelligence and make even more out of Zoom calls and meetings. Thank you.
Thank you, Roy and Mila. This is really exciting. Really looking forward to seeing more and more apps on our marketplace to have you enjoy it and use our product in more meaningful way. Now, around the marketplace, I have even more great news to share with you. This morning, we announced our partnership with Atlassian. I'd like to have Sri Viswanath, CTO of Atlassian, join me on stage. Hey, Sri. You know, between product management and engineering, we live in Jira. It's really a tool that helps us get the product done. I just wanted to thank you before we start this conversation. So it's a great product. Thanks again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here. I'm super excited to be here in this fish tank under a big blue whale.
Yeah. So why don't we share with the audience more about the partnership?
Absolutely. Atlassian is a collaboration company with a mission to unleash potential of every team. We design products that organize, discuss, and complete shared work. Just a show of hands, how many of you know Atlassian or using Atlassian products? Wow, most of you. Our goal with this partnership is to make sure that we have a seamless experience between the products. And the way we do it in general is to make sure that we build our own products. We also have a marketplace with a thriving ecosystem, and also partnerships like this. So I'm super excited. As part of this, we are also making an investment so that we can have a long-lasting, trusting partnership.
Thank you. OK, I think we have some more information we can share. We have some screenshots that we can show with to the audience. Let's run them. I'll browse through it, and if you want to talk about it.
Absolutely. What you see here is Jira Ops. Jira Ops is a new product we launched last month. And Jira Ops is a better way for software and IT teams to manage incidents. It's the single source of truth, or a system of record for during and post incidents. What we have done with Jira Ops is to have integrations already. Right? We launched with a number of integrations including Ops Genie, which is for alerting that you see there. Status page, which is for communicating with customers, both internal and external. And we also had Slack, which we launched so that you can have a single place where you can communicate. We didn't have one thing, the video communication. So I'm very excited to say we are working on jointly on having a Zoom link that's super easy. When you have an incident, you know you want to be, you start chatting, and you know some place where you start drowning, right? Underwater, not like this, but feeling the pressure, and you want to move fast, and you want to get people together wherever they are onto a video call. This integration makes it really easy. At one click to the status, to the Zoom link, and you start the meeting. And people coming in afterwards in a hurry can just click on a link, one click, and can join the same meeting. What we can also do is take that information and put it in a timeline, so you know when there is a meeting ongoing, you can automatically see that. Once the meeting is done, the link already has a recording and transcripts because Zoom has the APIs and can be used for post-incident reviews and learning.
That's a great use of our APIs and SDKs. This is great. Looking forward to using it myself.
Yeah, it's simple and powerful. We also are working together on integration with Jira Service Desk, which is an IT help desk from Atlassian. And that's just a beginning. Atlassian has a number of other products, and we want to make sure that we go through and get a seamless experience for joint customers and make their life a lot easier to go between the products.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Thank you. It was great having you here. We're really excited about this partnership.
It's been great working with you and Eric and the team in the last few months, and we are excited to work together going forward. And for all of you who are here, once you come up for air, come stop by our Atlassian booth. Thank you.
It's great.
Thank you, Oded. I can't wait to start my next Zoom meeting with my engineers through Jira. This is going to be awesome. You know, your feedback is critical to us because it helps us improve and iterate on our products. Based on your suggestions, we recently updated the desktop client and made it look more modern and polished. And today, we'd love to show you what we've been working on. The newly redesigned client includes significant user experience updates. We simplified the buttons, so now you can join or start a meeting even more seamlessly. We merged user settings and profile in one for your convenience, and we also added a search tab on the Home tab, so now you can find the right context quickly. But we didn't stop there. And today, I'd love to show you a brand new expanded view. This new view has all important actions at your fingertips. Your calendar is important to you. And now, you can integrate your work calendar with the Zoom desktop client and see all your upcoming meetings, not just the meetings that have Zoom Meeting ID. You can customize your background and chat with your coworkers about important things. The new client beta is available today. Please test it, share your feedback, and let us continue the end-to-end communication cycle together.
Thank you, Mila. Today we announced Zoom Voice. We heard great feedback from our users who really appreciate the ability to make video calls, join webinars, and even chat right from a single client application. As part of that, we're adding the phone tab. Let me show you. As you can see here, the additional phone tab is showing at the top. What it provides is a fully functional, feature-rich soft phone for business use that is embedded into your desktop client and your mobile app. Through this client, you can make and receive phone calls using a dial pad, a call history, and you can even search your contact list that is integrated with your company's directory. We also provide the ability to see incoming voicemail and listen to it right from that same client. Now, on the back end, we've integrated all the voice management into our existing web portal. We provide our admins a single pane of glass. Zoom Voice is already in limited beta and will be released in Q1 of 2019. Now, I have a voicemail here. We just look at it. Hey, it's my son. He never calls me unless it's really, really urgent. So if you don't mind, I'll just play it right now. OK? Let's do that. Playing it now.
Hey, Dad. I just wanted to say good luck with your presentation today. Hope you didn't wear those sneakers that you showed me. You're way too old for that. Bye for now.
Say what? OK, we'll talk about it tonight. Too old, huh? All those innovations that you've seen today are all based on our end-to-end communication cycle. Please continue to provide us with your honest feedback. We promise to never stop innovating. Better communication, stronger trust, shared vision, all lead to greater happiness. Have a great Zoomtopia. Thank you.